All right, this is the Iron Sharpening Iron Show. I'm your man, Big Jack. Welcome. This is where we prove we are stronger together, that if each one would reach one, we can all grow and glow. And today is another beautiful day. You know how we roll every Wednesday and every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We got a wonderful guest today. Looking forward to talking to this young man. And so I don't even want to hold things up. I'm going to bring my man up on the stage so we can kick it off and get this show moving. So hold up so we can get Walt Talks up here. My man, Walt Talks, what's going on, bro?
My man, what's happening? Big Jack, how you doing, sir?
It's good. Everything is good. I'm enjoying life, and things couldn't be any better. We're still another episode of the Iron Sharpening Iron, and
yes, sir.
And we're back. We're back, man. It's a Sunday, so looking forward to today's show for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how you doing?
I'm good, man. I caught part of the British Open this morning, so I don't mind the spoiler alert. So I don't mind the spoiler. So let's go spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Who won, man?
Scotty Scheffler won. So I did watch it. Yeah. He won. He and we can't say British Open. We know it's the Open. We don't call it the
British
Open.
That's right. You can't say British.
Yeah, they don't want that.
Right?
They don't want to call it that. But yeah, Scheffler won.
My bad.
And he went wall to wall. He started the round, in the lead, and he took it all the way through. So it was good. It was good. I like watching anytime watching, especially golf, but the Open is definitely because they, you see they put a lot in. But it was a lot of first time because this is, I think they said it was 12 years in a row that this is a first time winner of the Open. This is his first one.
Wow,
so
that's pretty big.
So I think he also accomplished the Grand Slam, where they win. He won all of them.
He's 3, right? Yeah, 3, but not all the same year, right?
Yeah, but he got them all. He got the Masters. He got right. So he got them all. So this was the one he was missing. So that was pretty cool that he was able to accomplish that. Yeah. So,
100%.
But other than that, man, say again.
Did Rory come back?
I can barely hear you, bro. Your internet breaking up on me. It's as yours as mine.
Amen. I don't know, man. But did Rory make a comeback?
Nah, he I think he ended up like in 5th place or something like that. So yeah.
Okay.
But look, Walt, we got a good show, man. We got a good show. We're gonna get our guests up here and start bringing them up because I need some help.
Okay.
I need some real help.
Yes, sir.
Because of the fact that I just crossed, and I don't know if I shared that with you, but I just crossed the 300,000 mile mark on my car. So, and
I saw that.
Yeah, 300,000 miles, and that's a lot to put on any kind of ride. So, and that's where I'm at right now. So, it's funny, Niecy Jackson out there saying Temu Wi-Fi. She's cracking on your Wi-Fi, man. And I see Edward Johnson is out there. So we know that they're going to be coming in. But let's get our man or our guest up on the stage today, so we can kick this off. So let me see if we can get him on the stage, and we're going to kick this thing off. Welcome to the stage, Maliq Stokes. How you doing, sir? How you doing?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all feeling, man?
Maliq, how you doing, sir?
Doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can't complain.
Yeah, this is you're on the Iron Sharpening Iron show. We thank you for being the guest today. And I heard a little bit about some of your background, and I'm super excited because I'm in need of some help on understanding the game when it comes to purchasing a new vehicle. because that's why I'm in the. I'm really not in the hunt right now because my goal is to ride until the wheels fall off. But I just crossed the 300,000 mile mark, and I talking to Walt Talks, and I said I might need somebody to help me. So I know somebody that might can help you understand the game a little bit. So that's where we got you at. So, but so Maliq, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started on the show.
I appreciate you for having me, man. Um, Nothing much to it, man. It's a young man out here trying to figure out life, man. Um, nice journey so far. Landed in the car industry right now, but it took a lot to. I've been through a lot to end up here, but long story, man. But you about to get into it.
All right, no problem, no problem. So you say you're in the car industry. So
Yes,
I
sir.
know there's a lot of parts to the car industry. So what part of that industry are you in?
So
What do
I'm in
you do?
sales now.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right,
car
so
sales.
you're selling cars. So I really need to talk to you. Okay, so what made you? What inspired you to get into selling vehicles or get into selling cars? How did that journey start?
So in the car industry, really, I started from the lowest position possible. Like the
Mm,
car industry was the first industry that I got into fresh out of high school. I had a good friend of mine. His name was John Turner. He used to live in my building. He always just pull up in nice whips, nice cars and all that. So
mm,
he told me when I turned 18, come holler at him. So my 18th birthday, I went up to the dealership. He looked out for me, got me in there, but I started off as a porter. So I was the guy that moved the cars around, um, you know, move stuff around the lot, go deliver cars to different dealerships, accept the new vehicles that come in off the truck. So that's how I got into the industry for real.
mm. That's funny because when I was in high school, that was my first real job. I worked for Toyota out of Capitol Plaza in Capitol Plaza, Maryland, and that was I was doing a porter. So that's how I learned to drive a stick.
Me
Getting
too.
it like you drive a stick, I like sure. Trying to get that truck or get that car off the truck and didn't know how I was bucking all up and down the parking lot, but eventually I learned how to drive it. So that's what's up. So that's a good way to get started into the game. So unlike me, it looked like you stayed in. So you started as a porter and then worked your way up to you said sales now.
Well, not necessarily. Like I said, it was a long journey to end up where I'm at now. So I actually started off as a porter, but dealing with the people who deliver the cars every day, that's who I was having a lot of interaction with. So the car transportators. So well, every time they would come in, they was telling me how much money they was making. They kind of put me on game. So actually, the dealership pointed me in the direction to the transportation industry.
Mm,
So when I was 18, me and a buddy of mine, we purchased a dually and a three-car trailer, and I got into car transportation.
mm.
So
So now how does that work? I mean, okay, so I own a dealership and I need a car. I know normally I see a big truck come in, an 18 wheeler with say 6 or 8 cars on it. So what's different from what you were doing to what I normally see?
same concept. It's just on a smaller scale, because we were actually too young to get the 18 wheeler, because you got to be over 21 to be able to leave the state with cargo and freight. So um, to go on to go to that scale with the 18 wheeler, so the max we could do was 3 cars, so we could stay under a certain weight. So we had to be under 26,000 pounds. So the
Mm,
3 car trailer would get us there. So yeah, we was doing that. It lasted about 2 years, man. We gave it everything we got. But what I did learn from that is you need to buy new equipment, because what we was doing wasn't wrong. Our truck just didn't make it, man. Everything we can possibly think of broke down on that thing, man.
oh, wow.
So
Look, the fact that you were saying 18 years old and starting, or even 18, 19, 20 years old, starting a business in that sense, let me get a truck and start transporting is amazing in itself because a lot of people are not thinking at that level, let me handle business. And you do run into like you said, the issues that you ran into. And I'm glad you learned something. Like I need a truck. I need not only a reliable vehicle because you're transporting so were you transporting brand new cars or used cars or what was
So
you
a little bit of
transporting?
everything. We had contracts with Manheim, Copart, so it'd be, slightly used cars, brand new cars, salvaged cars. Just whatever needed to be moved,
Gotcha.
we'll get it done. We didn't really wasn't picking on what it was, but whoever was paying at the time.
Right. So how would a dealer work that out? So say a new dealership, and I know when I ordered a car, or I wanted a car, I wanted red, and they didn't have red on a lot. So they like, we could get one sent from another lot or whatever. Is that when they would call you to say bring that car down, or how would that work?
So not necessarily in that situation. That'd be what they call a DX, like a dealer just trading cars. Usually they'll drive it. What
Mm-hmm.
we was doing is when like a company or a dealership would get them from the auction. They'll buy a couple of cars. We'll get three, or like CarMax, they'll transfer them to different CarMaxes and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. So
So
I never liked that. Like I want my car to have no miles on it.
yeah.
So if you driving it from another dealer that's in a different state or whatever, now you bring it to me with 300, 400 miles on it. It don't seem new to me anymore if you driving it like that. So I couldn't hire you to bring, or back when you had the trucks, could I hire you to bring it where I wouldn't have the
Oh,
mileage?
you definitely could. So yeah, situations like that, we would do that if somebody reached out to us like that. But
Gotcha. Okay.
going back to when I was a porter, we built a lot of connections that way. And then, just a lot of word of mouth, like, just doing good business with people and building relationships and stuff like that.
I
But
got
our
you.
main route was from here to Atlanta. That's what we were doing. That's what made the most sense for us.
Oh wow! So you were taking and you're saying here. So I'm taking it you're in the DMV area, the Washington D.C. area. So you were driving from Washington D.C. to Atlanta, and then so would you taking cars down and bringing cars back, or was you just going
Yep.
down and coming back empty?
You
Okay,
never want to come back empty, man. I mean, you come back
yeah,
with no money.
I
So
got you. Okay,
we stay down there until we get three more to bring back. Take down
okay.
three, bring three up, back up.
Wow,
So
wow.
we was
That's
doing that twice a week.
yeah. Wow. Okay. All right.
hmm
So and you didn't need a CDL to do that. So you could just you could get away with just the type of truck that you had, correct?
So it was a great learning experience, man. At the time, we had no idea. You actually did. So to leave
Oh,
the state of Maryland with cargo, you gotta be over 21. So we
right.
didn't. We found out the hard way, man. They called us at a way station in North Carolina and
Mm.
find the mess out of us.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, man, we was riding dirty. Didn't even know it.
Oh man. So now wait a minute now. So if you're out there and you're thinking about it, you're listening to Maliq Stokes here on the Iron Shop and the Iron Show, and you're talking about I'm gonna get into this car carrying business. Check with your state to see what's the requirements and the responsibility, the legal responsibilities needed to be able to leave the state, because it can, like I say, cost you a fine if you get to those way stations and those places and you're not legal. And I could tell you, as a former MP, ignorance of the law is not an excuse. So it's not like we can say, well, I didn't know. You can say that all you want, but it doesn't mean anything, because and every state has a different requirement. So it's like, I left this state, went to that state. And like you say, it wasn't, you could drive through Maryland with no problem, but you couldn't leave Maryland. That's where
Yes, sir.
your hiccup was. So yeah. So
Yes, sir.
that's so definitely make sure you check the books and see all the stuff that's needed to make that move. So that's a 100% lesson learned. So yeah, that's good. All right. So, and you say that you're 100% now in the sales. That's you're not transporting vehicles anymore and anything like that.
So I do have a truck now. So after the car transportation stuff, after that ended, just stayed down, worked a couple jobs, couple different transportation jobs. And that led me into the 18 wheelers, once
Mm,
I turned 21. So I had a truck, it was doing well, but then the economy just got bad for trucking really.
mm,
So it got to the point where like the first year was great. I thought I figured life out. I thought I made it. Thought, everything was on the ups. Then, gas prices skyrocketed, and that was my main business expense. So gas prices went from about $2.30 a gallon to $6.50 a gallon.
mm,
And then after that, then a lot of people got into trucking. So it's something they call now called the cheap trucks. So the rates dropped as low as they ever been because people just accepting anything to do these loads because they try and get some work.
right.
So the gas prices went up as high as they ever been, then rates dropped as low as they ever been. So that's what led me into sales.
Okay. So wow. I mean, so I mean, you sound like, say, I'm not even sure how long you've been doing this, so I guess you could tell me how long you've been doing this. But what inspired you, or what was the motivation? Who helped you get started? I mean, you sounded like I'm coming out of high school, maybe 20, 21 years old. You're not even 21 because you didn't have the CDL and all that you needed. So you sounded, like bam, you got your stuff together at such a young age. So who helped? Did anyone help you get to
No,
that point?
I definitely didn't have it all figured out, man. A lot of it was learning on the go and having good people around me. So, my man Walter, his father, his name Walter Fleming, solid dude, man. Nothing but good things to say about him, man. He definitely showed me the ropes, told me everything he know. Ain't never had no information from me. You know, gave me every tool I needed to succeed in the trucking business. Ain't never hold nothing back. So, big shout out to him.
All right. Okay. All right. That was good. So, wow. I mean, I'm really impressed. I mean, just so even hearing that portion of it, because I had from my family, we had people that was in the trucking business, and I remember making that haul from Maryland down to Florida and Florida up to Maine, But we had the 18 wheelers, and they were driving. We were taking copper or scrap metals down to Florida, and then we was taking watermelon from Florida up to Maine, and then picking up beer from Maine to DC. So I remember that up and down the highways when I was younger. So definitely impressed. But now that you're in the sales, I'm gonna need you to help me get back up on speed, because it's been over a decade for sure since I had to purchase a car. So I guess it's saying, and I know it's a little bit about when you go and you go purchase a car and all, but is there anything that I need to know? What are some of the biggest misconceptions around car buying? What are some of the things that people think that just like it's not like that, or like even talk about sticker price? What does that even mean, and how does that work? Because I never get the car for what I see on the piece of paper. So like, why do I have to pay so much? So what's some of the misconceptions that go with that?
So one of the biggest misconceptions is people think we just make $10,000 on every car we sell.
I got you.
It's not that much markup. It's always everything in the car business is definitely negotiable, but our margins is not that big. So some people just come in being super unrealistic. Like they be like, "Yeah, man, I buy this car. You take 10,000 off." It don't we don't be having that much room, like people would think. And certain cars, like the product I sell, like maybe them high end cars like Lamborghini and Mercedes Benz and BMW, maybe their margins is like that. But me working at a Honda dealership, the margin just ain't that big.
Gotcha.
But I work with anybody though. I ain't, a sale is a sale at the end of the day. I ain't trying to knock nobody's head off. At the end of the day, it's simple. I'm trying to sell a car, you trying to buy a car. We can meet somewhere in the middle.
All right. So, and now I show up to a car dealership, and I'm on the lot. Should I be looking for the salesperson as a customer, or should the salesperson be looking for me? Because I got my own mindset on this one, so I'm gonna need some help on that.
Well, a good salesperson gonna find you.
Okay.
Every situation is different. Some people will take offense to it if don't nobody come out and find them in the parking lot, but they might be busy at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's never a time when I'm at the dealership and I see somebody outside and I ignore them. You gotta go greet the person, even if you don't think they buying a car. At least go greet them.
Right.
Acknowledge that they there, because some people will take offense to that and just drive off.
Okay. No, and then that's I have that mindset that when I get there, I'm like, man, when I come out this car, somebody you need to come out and say, hey, if nothing else, to say, hey, are you looking?
Sure.
Can I help you? Because of the fact that but you don't want to get to so arrogant that you thinking that I don't need nobody gonna or not so much you don't need nobody, but like they owe you, because you are looking to purchase a thing too. But at the same time, I need somebody that's going to work with me. That person that's going to come out that that's going to work with me. It motivates me to want to work with that person. Like, okay, I'm gonna let this man or this salesperson show me around. I'm gonna let them talk me through and this and that. So that's where I learned over time, where the ones who come out almost like they look at a person, or they say judge the book by the cover, and then they say, oh yeah, well, he ain't about nothing, he ain't gonna buy nothing. Like, you don't know, you can't tell where a man dressed, and you can't tell the way the man showed up if he gonna buy anything or not. So I mean, what's a secret that you have when a person show up to the lot? What do you have a secret?
Talk to everybody. Don't prejudge. Treat everybody respectful. With the same energy. Just be polite. Go greet the person. See if there's anything you can help them with, and don't harass them neither. Like, just go up to the person, ask them, is there anything you can help them with? They say they just looking. You know, tell them where the used cars and new cars is at. Tell them do their thing, and I'll be over here if you need any help. If you got a question for me, I'm happy to help.
Got you. All right. Yeah, look, that's what's up, because that right there will motive. Because I don't like that too. It's funny. It's funny how I want somebody to greet me, but I don't want somebody to stalk me.
Yeah, you just don't want
Like,
nobody hovering over
yeah,
you. That's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
creepy.
Right.
Give me a chance to look and look things over, and like you say, point me in the right direction to where to go. Like the new cars are over here, the used cars are over there. We got, if you got a special deal or something going on, let me know. Help me out with that. But that's the thing. I don't want anyone hovering over me, but at the same time, I don't want anyone just not acknowledging that I'm there. So that's the big thing. So, and you're saying the markup is not that high, meaning that, of course, and you have to know you're not going to make a lot. I mean, you're trying to make a commission. The dealership's trying to sell their car and make money too. So it is a business, but I'm not trying to, sell off some of my kids to buy this car. So, what's the way, and you like say we work. So what do I need to bring with me when I come to the dealership as a good customer? What are some of the things you're looking for from the customer when they come?
Know what you want. So if you come to the dealership, know what you want and make the process a lot easier. Like if you do your research, a lot of times, well, now everything can be done online. So
Mm.
then you don't have to worry about a dealership trying to take advantage of you or anything. Like you can get a price quote from every dealership in your area. And then you got an idea of what the prices are too. So when you come there, that first sticker shock don't surprise you. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay. All right. So, and what about all the? I guess I want a vehicle that got everything. So, I mean, and I don't want, I need all of the bells and the whistles and all of that. So, is it better to get a new car like that, or is it better to get a used car with not that many miles, because most of them have all the bells and whistles? But I'm asking on that sense.
So it really depends on your budget. Like if I could afford a new car, or like the new car that I wanted, I would do that.
Mm.
So it really just depends what you're looking for. Like if you buy a new car, you're the first person that drove it, and you're not buying anything but problems. And if it does have any problems, it's gonna be covered under warranty, or it's gonna be a problem that you made. And you don't gotta buy somebody else's problem you trying to figure out. So if you can afford a new car all day long, go get you a new car.
Okay, I got you. So now I'm going. Now I'm back to, I'm trying to learn. So I'm in the test driving mode. So what should I be looking for when I'm doing my test drive? What's some of the things that I should be trying to get out of the test drive?
Definitely. I mean, are you talking about if you test drive a new car or a used car?
No, a new car. So I'm in a new car. I'm doing a test drive. What are some of should I be looking for anything? I mean, I know what I wanted. I did the online version. So what would be a recommendation on the if you're in the vehicle and now I'm just like, okay, how does it handle? How does it fit? Does it fit you?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm looking for? Or?
So you really just making sure check all your boxes. Like you got an idea in your head what you want your car to do. So if it you go down your checklist, if it's checking all the boxes, then that's the car for you.
I got
Or a
you.
contender, because you might want to check out some different brands and stuff.
Mm. No, I got you. And now it's a big push now for, I know a lot of people going towards electric and hybrid. Is that more of the bigger push
I
or?
recommend hybrid. I would stay away from electric. It's because electric cars they depreciate so much. So
Mm,
electric cars is only good if it makes sense for you. Like if you got a charger at your house already, or you can charge it for free at work. Or if you go electric, I would recommend leasing, just because they depreciate in value so much.
oh,
So
wow.
the good thing about a lease, at the end of the lease, you can just turn your keys in and say, "Thank you, it was fun driving this car," and then you're not stuck with any negative equity or a depreciating car.
Wow. No, that's good because I know a lot of people are going towards electric, but I know, and like I say, you already know as soon as you get it, you gotta get a charger hooked to your house and all that other stuff that you gotta go. And I've seen a lot of people in apartments with electric, and I'm like, how are y'all even pulling this off in an apartment with a cord hanging off the balcony or whatever? So I mean, they're on the third floor with an electric car. It just didn't make sense to me. But that comment you just made a lot of sense. So one of the questions in there says, "I was told you never want to buy a new car." So that's a question coming from the chat. So is that something? Why would someone make that type of comment? I guess
I
you
want to
know.
buy a brand new car.
Yeah, you
So
said you would, or
I
you
want
wouldn't.
to. I
Okay,
want
I got
to. Yeah,
you. Okay,
so I mean, having a brand new car is great. You know, you're the first person to ever drive it. It's something brand new. You know,
got you.
you're the first person in it. You know, you the one to get to break it in. So I
No,
don't see no downside at all for buying brand new. Um, like I said, if you can afford it, go for it.
no,
So
no, it's good. So now
every
I don't want to beat you up on the car, and I appreciate it. So when you're not selling, because I know it's a busy, is it a it's not a 24-hour type thing, but is it 7 days a week that you're out there hustling, or how does that work for you as a salesman?
so the thing about the car business, it's 100% commission. So it's whatever you make it. You can be a salesman that won't work 5 days a week, and that's going to reflect on your paycheck. The more work you
Mm,
put in, the more you get out of it.
gotcha.
So it depends how much you want to make that month.
Oh wow. And does it work off of? I know it's a commission, but do you have a certain like a quota that you have to hit or something like that, or is it, like say I need all my salesmen to sell 5 cars a month? Is that how it work? Or
Well, not necessarily. If you're selling 5 cars a month at a dealership that does volume, that's known for its volume, you probably gonna weed yourself out because if you selling that much, you ain't gonna make no money. Some stores make a lot of money by selling a few cars, but that's normally like high end brands, like I was saying, like Lamborghini, Mercedes Benz, and stuff like that. Like
mm,
Hondas and Toyotas are solid vehicles, but it's just not that much markup in them. So
I got you.
it's more volume with those type of vehicles.
Right. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like I'm a Toyota person, so I mean, I can throw it out there. I'm not going to ask you which way. I'm a Toyota person. Just crossed 300,000 miles. Super satisfied with my Toyota. But you know that with I guess the tariffs and all that's going on, it got real tough, especially during COVID. It got real tough because of I guess the microchips and all of those things you couldn't get. So it was like you couldn't even find a car in the 2000s or the what was COVID 2020. You almost couldn't find a car because they
Yeah.
didn't have all the parts and all that you could do. So are you still running into those issues now, or are you seeing that, or is it not a big? It's no issues. Plenty of cars on the lot.
Yeah, it's real good now because COVID, like you said, was a shortage, so it wasn't that much inventory. You know, it's leveled itself out now. There's plenty of cars out here.
Okay. Wow. So, Aquatic News Network is in the chat, and he said eight is great. So 8 out the gate, 8 or the gate. So 8 cars a month or out the gate. So I don't know if that is that a good number to throw out there. 8.
If you sell 8 cars a month,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I said, if you work at one of them dealerships where y'all smacking people over the head, maybe 8 cars would be good for you. But in my dealership, you ain't making no money. The
Oh
eight
wow.
cars.
So we need more than 8.
Well, I mean, like I said, it depends on your lifestyle, how much money you try to make.
Got you. Got you.
You can't in today's economy at my dealership, um, yeah, you wouldn't be able to survive off of that.
No, no, and what my thing is, I guess, I guess I'm looking at it this way. I thought 8 was like high, but you're trying to say, if you're a good salesman, you should be able to knock 8 out with no problem. Then,
But see, I work at a dealership where it's a volume dealership. So,
okay,
like I said, our margins is not that much on every car, so it's about volume.
I
How I
got
look
you.
at it, a car a day is the goal for sure.
Oh
It
wow,
really
okay,
should be more, but you know,
No, that's good. That's definitely a good insight on how it rolls. I like say when you're on the outside looking in, you don't know what's going on. You think that you got a person in there, like the end of the month is better than the beginning of the month. But the way you just made that comment, every day of the month is it it's important. It's not like the end of the month is I got to meet my quota. It's like excuse me, every day I need to meet my quota. So yeah, that's
And
what's
that's
up.
another misconception that you just said, like the
Right,
end of the month sale.
right,
And
right.
people always say I won't wait till the end of the year, think I'm gonna get a better deal. In the car business, it's the same deal every day of the week. They just call it something different.
Got you.
Like the
Okay,
4th of July sale is the same sale as the Tuesday sale. It's the same St. Patrick's sale. It's the same thing. However you whatever you want to call it, you can get that same deal any day.
right, right. Okay, all right. Nah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you helping me with that because sometimes you do think that it is based off of the month, or if I'm here for Fourth of July, or if I'm here for Veterans Day or whatever, I'm gonna get it better. But it's like we're gonna sell that car on Monday or Tuesday, and it's gonna be still, okay, I
Yeah,
got you.
we do the
So
same
when
thing.
do the new cars come out? Because I believe that's like a certain time of the year. Like right now we got the 2025s, but when would the 2026 cars come out?
So in my dealership, the first time they'll start sprinkling some 26s in there is usually around like March. And
Mm,
then usually after July is when they stop. They're not producing any more 25s, and then everything after that will just be 26s.
okay. All right. So in March we would start seeing some of the newer cars come out.
Yeah, like I
Now,
seen the first 2026 Civic in March.
yeah, because that's another one. Because I used to think, and I always thought it was like in October. It was like the new cars was in October, but by you saying March, you can start seeing them. That's
Yeah,
pretty
it might not be in abundance, but you'll start seeing a few of them for sure.
right. I got you. Now, one of the things I did notice about that was that they didn't have the parts for the new car. Like if you got a new car and it was like we don't even have the oil filter for it, or we don't have, especially when you go get service. If you get a brand new car, it's like they were missing some of, especially if you get it like in March for a 26, they might not have the actual 26 parts. So that was one of the things that I remember running into years ago, but I guess
I
uh,
can see that happening,
yeah.
but usually the manufacturer, like if you take it to where you got it from, they should usually have the parts though.
Mm. No, and I got you. So yeah, and that makes sense. So Walt, I see you up there, man. I don't want to hold you up there. What you got
Oh
going there?
no, man, I'm taking it all in, man. I'm taking it all in. Hey Malik, man, let me say this, man. Let's go back a little bit. The mindset of an entrepreneur, man. Explain that to our listeners. Like, what type of mindset do you have to be an entrepreneur? I mean, you came out the gate running. I mean, even before you were even supposed to. Like you say, you were riding dirty and didn't know it. But your mindset has always been you were going to make it happen. So explain that to people because you hear people always say, I don't want to work for anybody. I want to be in business by myself, for myself. Or either they say, even in sales, man, like you said, you eat what you kill, for lack of a better
Sure.
word. So explain the mindset that you need, the will, the determination, the discipline that is involved to be an entrepreneur or commission sales. Give that to us.
So my folks. Well, it's in my blood, man. So I had a lot of good
Yeah.
examples around me. My whole family is the same way, man. But the mindset of an entrepreneur, man, you just gotta want it. Um,
Yes.
I know in order to be successful, you gotta have more than one stream of income. So
Yes.
just trying to make things happen, man. Like in order to get to the level where I'm trying to be, just one income ain't gonna cut it. So I ain't trying to just have money. I'm trying to be set up financial freedom for me and my family. It ain't just trying to
My man.
just barely get by, man. I'm trying to live the way I want to comfortably, and the
There
generations
it
after me.
is.
So just try and make it
Yes.
happen, man.
Wow.
So Big Jack, full disclosure,
Okay.
to his point, I know his folks. His grandfather and my father went to high school together.
Oh wow. Okay. All
His
right.
grandfather was in my parents' wedding.
Mm,
His father and I and his uncles and aunts, we grew up together.
gotcha.
I'm talking about like from the crib. I'm not talking sandbox. I'm talking the crib. You
Got you.
understand?
Right.
So their whole family, man, electricians all the way back. I mean, I'm talking about entrepreneurs, man, doing their thing. I mean, so to see this young man come into his own, it just makes me feel good, man, because I knew this guy before he was born.
Got you. Got you.
So to see him hit the ground running, man, to see him still have that mindset, especially when these kids, man, you don't think they're paying attention, but to see that he was really paying attention and he got it. And then he
Yeah.
talked about Walter Fleming and his man Walter. Same thing, man. I mean, these guys got a trucking company and they're doing outstanding business, man. So it's like you always hear me say, especially as a guy who always had I was a firefighter, so I had a good government job. The guy that's an entrepreneur, man, I got a tremendous amount of respect for entrepreneurs because I know that's a hell of a commitment. It's a lot of work. It's very rewarding. So Maliq, man, I salute you for that, bro. Because when we talk
Appreciate
about the
that.
younger generation, man, a lot of times, this piece right here gets overlooked. We don't give
Right.
you guys enough credit sometimes. Oh man, these young guys don't want to hustle. But you've been grinding forever, man, and I'm proud of you for that, man. So I don't want that to go unnoticed, man. So I
Appreciate you,
salute you
man.
for that, 100%,
No, and,
100%.
and that is, and like I said, I'm glad you pointed that out, Walt, because of the fact that it's important to recognize. And I have to tell you, you blew me away when you was talking about it because you got that mind. It's like wow, with it,
Yeah,
a lot of times you don't hear that, and I'm happy to hear that you're driving in that direction and doing the right thing and trying to make sure you're doing the right thing. There's so many other angles that we could take to make things happen and get paper, but at the same time doing the right thing, that it takes a lot of character and hard work, and you're doing that thing. So my hats off to you, and I salute you as well on that. So I see Aquatic News Network is down there dropping all kinds of links. So Aquatic News at one time was in the car selling business. Said he built his house with cash, built it out of myself, the payments now, car sales did all that for him. So he was saying he made a lot of money selling cars. I know I seen GMC was in there, and a couple other businesses that he threw out there that he was working with. But then Sage Pup said auto, gas insurance, maintenance, etc. So expensive now. I'm ready to buy a horse. So a lot of people are stepping away from the cars because of the fact. So is the game changed now because we got Uber and Lyft and all those other things where people they don't need their own car because we got other ways of getting around? Have you
I
noticed
wouldn't say that because everybody need a car, man. You can't
everybody
get no
need a
money with
car.
no car.
that?
That's
And
Okay.
right.
then like the people who transporting them in Uber, they had to buy a car. Car is your
Mm,
Yeah,
money maker, man.
right, right.
You gotta get
Okay.
from point A to point B, man. You can't be stationary, man. You gotta be on the road. You gotta be
Gotcha.
on your wheels, man.
that's it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I mean
That's
that's
it.
what's up. So that's good to know. So now help me understand, how do you build trust with your customers? Well, I mean, what is your, like? I know I got a dealer now, or the person that sold me my car. I still get a Christmas card. I get a Christmas card every year from them. So as a salesman, what have you done, or what do you do to keep that relationship with your customers once the sale is done?
You just gotta be personal. Like when you when you meet a customer, treat them like a human. Treat everybody fairly. Um, you know, how would I say this? Just be yourself. If you like a good, solid person, they'll get that energy from you. So you know, I just be myself when I sell cars, man. I don't try to be nobody else. Treat everybody fair. You know, try to give everybody the best possible deal I can. Make sure my customers leave satisfied, happy. See if there's anything I can do, and that's how you build like a good network and good relationship. That's how you build repeats.
All right, right.
So
So tell me
it's
this, Malik. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I stepped on you.
No,
I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
So you're talking about treating everybody personable, being a personable guy.
Hmm.
Initially, you're the young guy, so the older people are looking at you with, "Oh, I don't know about this young guy, yada yada yada." The young people are looking at you like, "I don't know if this guy knows enough," right? So when you give me your experiences, man, like when you're talking to people, I mean, again, I know your people, so I know you have experience talking to the older and the younger. I know you've been air hustling in your whole life, learning things. So how much are your people skills that you learned coming up with your family has
Mm-hmm.
prepared you for this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you don't press people, the fact that, hey man, look, if somebody's coming to buy a car, they're going to buy a car, and you don't dismiss them. How many times have people told you, hey, you know what, man, I like you because you didn't press me. You didn't put the Georgetown press on me, man. You didn't come in here and just try to sell me anything. You did treat me fairly. How does that make you feel when that happens, man? Explain that to the people, will you?
Make you feel good, let you know you're doing the right thing, especially when you're hearing it from a real person.
Right.
Just treat everybody how you want to be treated. And customer service mean a lot no matter what you're selling.
Uh,
And,
yes,
my
sir.
father, I grew up working with my dad. He had his own
Yes,
business.
sir.
A lot
Yes,
of
sir.
his repeat customers come from good customer service and treating people right. And that's
Yes,
something I
sir.
picked up on young. So that's just how I carry everything in life. Like, just do
Yes,
good
sir.
business, be thorough, don't press nobody. Just do good business, and it'll reciprocate itself, come back to you.
Yeah.
But the fact that you are not, you don't have, like, for me, walking in a car dealership, the guy that feels desperate is the guy that I run from. You know what I mean, Jack? The guy that's desperate, I run from that guy. I'm like, I don't want to
Right.
talk to that guy
Right.
because you can't live scared and you can't live out of desperation. So when you do that, that's when you make your mistakes, right? And people pick up on that. You
For
know,
sure.
the guy is like, and like you say, man, we said 8 and you said, that's tough. But when you live your life in lack, it shows to people. And when you live your life you're in abundance, that shows, man, and people see that, man. So it makes me feel good, especially since I know you personally, bro, to see this, man, because it's like you got it, man. It's like you got the key, man. I'm telling you, this is a huge thing, man. And I had other ideas for you as far as a career. But hey, man, I'm proud of you, man. I'm glad to see it. And when you back to your point about new cars and old cars and the profit margin, a used car deal, as I understand it, every used car deal pretty much stands on its own, right? Because you don't know how much the dealer paid for that car, so there may be more profit
Exactly.
in the used car than a new car. And a new car, everybody thinks you're making $10,000 off of it. Now,
Hmm.
explain if you can the two stickers on the window. You see the Maroni, the manufacturer MSRP, and then I see the dealer that your dealership puts on there with the pinstripes and the what do you call that? The seal, what do you call that, man? Used to call it back in the day. Jack, you old enough to remember this? You know the rain, not the rain seal, whatever seal they used to put on it, this special wax they used to put on it, and the undercoating and the
Right.
undercoating. So explain that process to me, man. I mean, I have my money. I'm coming to you. I'm an old guy. I'm bringing my lunch. Let's start with that because I got nothing but time to sit here and play this game with you.
Yes,
I
sir.
have my
So
money. I've been approved. My credit's good. My credit's good. And I tell you something else. I've done my research, like you said, and I'm not playing this circling numbers. I'm not playing lose my keys, all of that, man. I just want to buy the car. So run that down to me. Explain to
yes,
me
sir.
how you gonna deal with me because I'm a difficult guy.
So the good thing at my dealership, everything is MSRP. So the whole thing when they be
Okay.
adding a bunch of stuff on there, that was really more so a thing
Hmm.
during COVID because it was a shortage of cars. So it was like supply and
Okay.
demand. So
Okay.
now that it's an abundance of
Okay.
cars everywhere. If a dealership playing them type of game, just adding anything onto the sticker price, they gonna go somewhere else that don't got it because everybody got cars.
There
Mm.
you go.
It was like leverage during COVID. It was no inventory out there. So if you came there and it's the car you wanted, they was doing $5,000 markups, and people was buying them. People was on waiting lists
Right.
on cars that had
Right.
$5,000 markups.
Wow.
Now cars is everywhere. So if you playing them type of
Yes.
games, somebody gonna go to the next man who not, and they gonna shop you around. Um,
Yes.
my thing is when somebody comes to the dealership, they there for a reason. They looking to buy a car. So if we
Hmm.
going back and forth and we're not coming to an agreement, I'll simply ask, what do I gotta do to earn your business? Like
Mm.
if somebody say I gotta think
There
about
you
it,
go.
I'm like, what I gotta do to make you not think about it? I don't mind asking for you.
Hmm.
The
Right.
manager is the one who make the
Hmm.
final call at the end of the day. So I
Right.
take it to him, be like, hey, my man said if we do this, he'll purchase the car if we do that. He either gonna tell me yes or no. If he tell me no, he tell me what he
There
can't
it
do.
is.
It's straight to the
Right.
point with
It
people.
is.
People, the car buying process doesn't have to take all day. It could literally be just that
Right.
simple.
Right.
So that's how
Wow,
I
man.
go about it.
And that's my style right
Yeah.
there. When I go in there, I know what I want,
Yeah.
and I ain't trying
Yeah.
to be there all day. So
Yeah.
And
I'm
I
gonna walk
appreciate
out.
Right.
people like you that know what they want.
I know what I want. I
Yeah,
got out
because
my
you
like
losing
Walt said.
money.
Hmm.
That's it.
You losing money. The longer I stay there, you losing money. Hey, look, man, I can get this
Hmm.
deal done. You won't make a ton of money, but I won't take a ton of your time, and that should mean something to you.
Yes,
100%.
sir. Time is money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
time is money.
So
100%.
yeah, again, you can see Aquatic News is out there. Aquatic News Network can definitely a lot of knowledge in the game. He's dropping even with the Moroni isn't used that much anymore. The
Okay.
MSRP stickers normally used now, but the fact that you knew that Walt, he was impressed that you knew the Moroni sticker. So that's
Been
telling
buying
on your
cars a
age
long
somewhere too.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
saying that people like the young guys, so they like the young salesmen because psychologically they can run them. They feel that they can run them because you're young. You're young to the game, so you don't know. I could play a game on you. So he said youngins do great. He said the old cats definitely do better, usually from their vast book of business. So basically, they
Book
know
of
the
business.
business. They
Yeah.
know, and they have their own people. Be pretty much like I say, repeat customers and all, because you're trying to build your clientele. You're trying to build that. I sold to your dad. I sold to your mom. Now I'm selling to the kids where you don't have that relationship yet because you're still establishing yourself into the game, and that's unfortunate. That's what you got to start somewhere, and then that's where you pretty much at. So, how long have you been a salesperson? If I can ask you that one,
For 2 years now. So I'm
two
getting
years.
there. I
Okay,
got a couple repeats.
right.
I've
Okay,
sold to a couple families, bringing people.
yeah, and that's what's up. So now, and that's a good thing because you got to have that. And if you got like say you and like you said, it's a family. Like my whole family drives Toyota pretty much. I mean, my mom's in a Toyota, my sister's in a Toyota, my wife's in a Toyota. So when you get to the point, I'm in a Toyota, but when you get to that point, and my one son's in the Lexus, which is part of the Toyota family. So when you're selling to families, you're selling that brand to the family. Like if I can get a good car, and then I like, well, go see my man Maliq because he'll take care of you because he took care of me, and that's
That's
I
what it
think that's
is.
how a lot of that works. Is like you say the word of mouth, and having that understanding and having that person that's going to come to you straight, and that's the big thing with me is when I'm on that lot, talk straight to me. Don't talk
Yeah, straight.
curves
Don't
and all
talk
that other
down to
stuff.
me. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like
yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about, or again, like talking about that judging the book by its cover. When you came in here, you didn't have on a business suit and a briefcase, so you don't know, you don't have no money. Like you don't know what I got. You don't know. Yeah. I drove
Man,
in.
I
I drove in on the car. It wasn't like I walked on you a lot. I drove in, so I could turn
I
around
would
and drive
go
off.
into the I would go into the car dealership just dressed down on purpose.
Yep.
Like I
I
said,
see
knowing
that a
all my
lot.
information. Yeah, and then I wait for the guy, who's supposed to be the top dog to just basically totally ignore me. And I'm older now, so I don't get as much as I used to when I was younger. And and then I'll be like, you know what? I don't want to talk to you. Give me that young man over there, his pants and his pants from one suit and his jacket from another. Give me that guy. And then I'd have that conversation with that guy because and it may not be this way now, Malik, and you tell me, man, but what I hate more than anything, man, is bullies. And I hate the older guys not trying to give game to the younger guys because these older guys had to start out somewhere too. So a guy that's trying to step on your neck because you're the young guy in town, man, who won't give you that guidance, man, I got no use for, no respect for, because that drives me nuts. Because everybody acts as if they are where they started. That where they are now is where they started, and that's not the case. And if you hate it when someone disregarded you, especially your coworkers, your peers, your managers, your sales reps, your finance guys didn't take good care of you, then man, and then you see a guy get in that position and not take care of young guys and then brag about he's not doing it because nobody took care of him, man, I got no use for that guy, man. That guy can just go, in my opinion, man. So how do they treat you, man? You're a young guy, you're coming through the door, you working, you putting your reps in, you spending the hours on the floor. How do the old guys treat you? Now, maybe you've been blessed because you seem like you got a pretty solid dealership. But give me your story, man. Your good and bad experiences.
So when I came into the dealership, it's because remember I was telling y'all how the trucking industry it was getting rough for me. So when I
Mm-hmm.
came in there, I wasn't looking for nobody to treat me any type of way. I came in there, I was hungry. I ain't need
My
nobody to show
man.
me nothing. If anybody was willing to give me some advice, I'd gladly take it. I
Mm,
wasn't looking for no
My man.
handout. I know how to talk to people. The good thing is I work at a good dealership that's a solid brand.
Right.
So it's not
Mm-hmm.
really too much I gotta sell you on this car. You come
Right.
here, you came here because you know Honda's a reliable brand plus all the other stuff we got. So nobody really treated me any type of way. I do have a
Good,
few
man.
people that wasn't holding any information back when I asked them questions and stuff, but I wasn't looking for nobody to take me under their wing. I was hungry, man. I had no choice. I
Man,
had to eat.
man, I'm proud of you, man. I
yeah,
mean, that's their Stokes mentality, baby. That's how they do it. That's
but
how the
So
Stokes do it, man.
but I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
ask you. I'm gonna ask you, Malik. There now, I'm in the dealership, or you're in the dealership, and say there's 10 salesmen. Do y'all go who's next, or this the first one to run out that door? How does that work?
it's first come, first serve, really.
Oh wow.
Oh
So
man,
you
every
said
man
you
for
one of
himself.
them.
God bless us all.
Yeah, so it's dealership is the dealership that I am in, it's really like get in where you fit in. If you and that's another thing that I learned since I've been working there. If everybody in one spot, you gotta go somewhere else because y'all all can't sell a car right there. You know, if everybody's
Mm,
standing outside, that's when I go hit the phones. When everybody inside on the phone, that's when I go outside. You know, you just gotta work every angle.
Got you.
mm.
Okay. No, I mean that's what's up. That's definitely good move. Good insight on that. I mean that makes a lot of sense. Listening to how you breaking it down. Now, do you? I know with the you got a lot of insight and all. So, do you still work or talk to the other? I mean, I know you're selling, but do you go and talk to the people in the maintenance area? Do you go and talk to the people in the finance area? You know, build that rapport with everyone in the, or you just stay in your sales area, or do you?
Uh,
Go ahead.
that go back to what I'm saying. You gotta work every angle.
Mm,
Like you gotta have a relationship with the service department, the service techs, because selling a car, it's a lot of variables to it. Like a car could need some work done to it. You know, we might have just got it, hasn't been inspected. You
mm,
can't just you know, you got might got to pull some strings. You know, the guy back there doing the inspections, and that's you got a good relationship with him. Like, look, man, I got somebody coming in for this car. I need you to have this ready for me by this time. You know, it all work together. Like, you know,
gotcha.
work every
Okay.
angle. Gotta
No,
have a
that's good.
relationship with the service advisors. You know, they'll bring people to you that got a
Yes.
lot of their car may need a lot of work. They might sway them in a direction like it might make more sense for you to buy a new car rather than get it fixed. So
Mm.
you gotta build a
No,
relationship
that's
with everybody in
So
there.
when you see the porters, man, when you see the porters, man, you see the young guy coming in for the summer. He's a porter. You see him making some mistakes or not doing what he should do or being where he's supposed to be or being available. He's spending he's spending more time and energy getting out of work than it would take him to actually do the work. What's your conversation with that guy?
Um, I got a lot of respect for porters because that's where I started, and I know how
Mm-hmm.
hungry I was back then, and you know I was trying to find my way. So any if they ever come to me need help with anything, I don't hold nothing back. You
My
know,
man.
they solid dude. I chop it up with them, see what's their plans. If any advice I can give to them, I don't mind sharing no advice.
My man.
no,
My
that's what's
man.
up. That's what's up. So
That's
now,
what's up.
want to recognize the source. He's down there in the chat, and hello, source, and thanks for popping in. Aquatic News Network
So
made a comment, and he was saying that it's getting ready time to go back to school, so it should be a busy time. So is this like one of the busy times, or what do you find your busy season have been now in your 2 years? So what's the busy time?
So really, every season is really the busy season. It don't. I mean, summertime. A lot of people, I would say, is a little bit more busy than other months, just because the kids are out of school. I would say that. So, but it's really no slow month in the car business. Somebody need a car every day, man.
Yeah,
what about tax return
I
time,
was
man?
thinking that
The
too.
good old
Tax
tax
time.
return.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
good old
For
tax
sure.
time. What about that?
For
For
sure.
sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think a lot of people
So
wait for their tax return and then make that big move, and I'm gonna go purchase a vehicle, whatever.
Yes, sir.
so Malik, back to what you said earlier, man, your long-term plan, man, your long-term goals. You're in a position where you basically eat what you kill. you're a salesman, you're I guess an independent contractor, pretty much, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
explain to folks, man, the importance of preparing for the future. Because like you two in now, next thing you know, it's gonna be 22, and then it'll be 32, and it'll be
Yes,
time
sir.
for you to walk out the door, man. You got a family, so what do you do? And again, you got a good roadmap because you come from a long family of entrepreneurs. How do you? What do you tell the young guy how to prepare? I mean, how to enjoy life and do what you need to do, but you also got to understand you got to put some aside. Make sure your taxes are paid. Make sure you save some, put some in the 401k, whatever the situation is. What's that conversation like?
So it may sound crazy, but you got to mess up to learn, man. Like nobody got it
Oh
all
man,
figured out.
that's true.
Learning the hard way is some of the
At
best
all.
lessons I learned in life. So,
Yes,
um,
sir.
just once you got to get it out your system though. So get it out your system. It's
Yes.
better to do it while you're young. Then you got time to bounce back and just stay
Yes.
hungry. Like even if you making the
Yes.
wrong decision with your money, make the main thing the money. Like if you focus on that money, if you know how to get
Yes.
it, you can mess it up. You can get it right back.
Mm,
So if you focus on
Get
that
right
money
back.
hard, you be all
My
right.
man.
I got
My
you.
man. My
And
man. Do
I, like
you
I say,
find that your
yeah.
attitude? What?
No, go ahead, Walt. Go ahead.
No, your attitude. No, but your attitude. You know, that's the spirit, man. That's the hustler's mentality, man. That's the guy that's gonna make it happen regardless. And you can't teach that. You can learn it, but you can't really teach it. If a guy has to want it, man, a guy has to grind to want that. So that right there, man, this skill set that you have, whether you're selling cars, driving trucks, opening a dealership, doing whatever, man, you're gonna always be fine because you have that mentality, man. And a lot of people don't have it. I mean, so bro, I'm proud of you, man. I mean, you could take this and eventually do a master class on whatever you want to do it on. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you learn from your mistakes.
Mm,
And so
Yes,
they
sir.
weren't losses, they were lessons to you. And a lot of people look at it as losses and just can't recover. But man, I've been following your career, since you were a kid, your whole situation. And man, you always seem like you've been resilient, always made the best out of whatever situation you were in. So I just want to say, man, I'm proud of you, man. I'm just
mm,
so proud of you, bro. Yes, sir.
I appreciate that, man.
mm.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Maliq, we got about 3 minutes left, and I will say, do you have any tips for a first time car buyer? So, if anybody's out there, it's their first time, and it's been over 10 years for me, so I'm feeling like a first timer again. I'm back in that state. So, what tips would you give someone so we can close out this show? But what tips would you give someone that's first time car buying that we could share before we leave out here today?
So coming from the buyer's perspective, I would definitely once you narrow it down to what you want, do your research on it so that way can't nobody take advantage of you or just tell you anything. If you got like I said, if you got an idea of what you want, learn about the car as much as you can before you come into the dealership. Get an idea of pricing. A lot of this stuff can be done online. That make things a lot easier if you get prices from everybody. That'll save you a lot of time in the dealership. So once you narrow it down to the price you're gonna get, or whoever got the lowest price when you come in there, that just save you a lot of time. You get straight to the point.
Mm, okay. All right. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Look, I definitely appreciate you being a guest on the Iron Shopping and Iron Show. It's definitely been a pleasure. Definitely learned a lot about the car. I mean, I bought purchase cars before, so I knew a little bit about it. But at the same time, hearing it from someone I've never had to talk to a salesperson on that side to say, hey, what's your mindset? What are you going through? What you're thinking? So it's definitely a blessing to have you talk to us today on the Iron Shopping and Iron Show. For those that have been in the chat today, we thank you for hanging out with us today on the show with Maliq Stokes and learning a little bit from behind the scenes. Aquatic News Network. Thank you for all the information you dropped, and definitely going to be looking back at the chat and seeing some of the information you put out. We appreciate it. We do have coming up the We Be Jamming Live the last Saturday of the month. We have the Gentleman's Journal, which is the last Sunday of the month, and the Battle of the Sexes, which is the last Wednesday of the month. So we got a lot getting ready to pop up in the next couple of weeks. but I'm looking forward to everything that's going on. For everyone that's been helping us out with the watch hours and things like that, is helping us get to the next milestone. I truly, truly appreciate you. And I know we had a trivia, not trivia, but a poll going on, and I'm trying to see what the poll ended up. So it says the question was, what's the most important to you when you buy a car? And 57% said price and monthly payment. So 57% said the price and the monthly payment is the most important part of them buying the car. So without a doubt, that would probably be my best. I don't want to pay a mint. If I can't afford it, I can't drive it. So I don't want to be car poor. It's just like being a house poor. You can't even afford to get the maintenance on it. You can't afford to do it. So yeah, it look good and it's stylish, but if you can't afford to put it on the road, it's a waste of time. But with all of that, Walt, you got anything before we roll?
I'm looking at his left arm. Look, show me that left arm, man. Only the strong survive. There it is, right there.
Oh
Put
yeah,
it up there
man.
for
Oh
us.
yeah,
You
There it
see it,
is,
man.
my
It's
man.
in my blood.
That's
It's on me, man.
it's on you, man. It's on you. I see.
yeah,
And just know Jack will tell you, hey Jack, we love
yeah.
to have him back. Get
Oh
his
yeah. Well,
perspective on some of the other things, and Jack can tell you that, man. But hey, Maliq, man, salute you, sir. Congratulations, man. And I like that. Keep that, yes, sir. That mentality, yes, sir.
I appreciate you, OG.
100%.
Yes, sir.
So Maliq, if you can hang on, we close the show out. Just hang tight. We'll talk to you a little bit behind stage. And but I definitely was a pleasure and a blessing to have you here on the stage. Again, thank you for tuning in to the Iron Sharpening Iron show. And I'm gonna ask you all to have a blessed rest of your weekend and have a blessed week. And we'll see you all Wednesday as we continue on with the Iron Sharpening Iron show. So thank you and have a good night.
Appreciate
Night, be
y'all for
safe,
having me,
everybody.
man.
All right, for sure. Yes, sir.